but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Titans 7, Texans 0.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun, Johnson works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it.
And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Is on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So as this offense gets settled in, a game like this, how important do you think it will be for both of these teams to maintain their composure?
Well, I think that the good news is that this is a...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Watson. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. A first down carry here for Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ross Blacklock. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Pulled in at the 24. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Antoine Wood. Deshaun Watson sacked. Fumble on the play.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3rd down. Underneath for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Open man, the tight end fouls. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Cook.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 4th down, Watson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got him in, it's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt.
Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, as the first half is winding down, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston set to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deep.
There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Festivities behind us as we're just about set for the opening kick of the second half. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Watson looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
2nd and 6. At the Texans' 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Madden completes it to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
For the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The gain knocks this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive back.
Got a man, it's Humphreys. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphreys. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Houston.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing, you and I will be here to watch. And I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Madden. It's caught. Humphrey. carries. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also...
And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
For the point after.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Complete to Brandon Cooks.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
1st down, Houston.
On 1st down, it's Watson. It's complete. Stills. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. 17 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dumping it off for Johnson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown.
Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So I'm thinking it's not going to take too long to get a reaction from this quarterback now that this one's over.
You'd certainly think so, considering how eager he was to go back and forth with trash talk ahead of the game. But then again, oftentimes the best course of action to get under your rival's skin might be just to move on. Leave it alone. Put him in the spotlight today. Now you take the spotlight away from him.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the